Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Holcomb, and today we're going to talk about ways to connect to your teenager. Teenage years can be some of the hardest, and there's a lot we want to protect our teens from. I think it can also be difficult, too, to feel like our little boy or little girl doesn't want or need as much input from us as they used to. But in reality, they really do still need our support. So, we're going to talk about ways of navigating this time and ways that you can be supporting and connecting with your teen. First off, at each developmental stage, kids need something a little bit different. Your teenagers don't need you to do certain things for them anymore, but they do definitely still need you. The teenage years are when they are figuring out who they are, what their identity is, what kind of person they want to be, what they care about. And simultaneously, most teens also have this feeling of a spotlight being on them. They feel that everyone can see their insecurities, everyone can see their failures. They feel like under a spotlight all the time. It's so anxiety provoking. They have so many things to worry about: body image, social media, grades, college, social drama. It just piles up and piles up. Now, if you try to go in and solve it, they're going to bristle. But I don't think teenagers are better served by really hands-off parenting either. Being a parent of a teenager is like being someone's spotter when they're weightlifting at the gym. You can't lift the weights for them, but you do want to have your hands out and ready in case they falter. So make it a point to connect with your teen on a daily basis. Know what's on their mind. What tests do they have coming up? Which of their friends is going through a hard time? Who are they having problems with? Not because you're going to pressure them, but just to check in. Hey, how'd you feel like that geometry test went? How were you feeling about it? 9 times out of 10, they might roll their eyes and say, whatever, mom. But that 10th time, if there's something really going on where they need you, they'll know that they have a time every day where they get to check in with mom or dad. Secondly, learn to embrace feeling awkward. Teenagers feel awkward all the time, and they really like to deflect this feeling of being uncomfortable in their own skin by trying to make you feel awkward. And they're actually really good at it. For whatever reason, adults are really terrified about teenagers not liking them. But what this actually is, it's actually a test. See, teenagers, they're understanding social politics in a way they haven't in the past. They're understanding social dynamics in a way they haven't in the past. And they're constantly running through their mind. Is this friend a real friend? Or is this person talking about me behind my back? Does this teacher actually care about teaching, or are they just here for the money? And they're asking the same questions of you. Do you really love me and care about me, even when I'm being a snot? Or was that, did you only love me when I was young and cute? Do you still love me in this awkward place? They probably don't realize they're doing it. Like, it's not like this conscious thing where they're like, ooh, I'm going to roll my eyes so I can test if mom loves me. They're just doing it. Like, it's a subconscious thing, but it is a test. So don't take the bait. Don't let it throw you off balance. Use it as an opportunity to show them that your love is authentic. And use it as an opportunity to show them how they could handle someone trying to make them feel awkward, because they're probably experiencing the same thing at school. Learn to laugh it off. Learn to embrace the awkward. Be kind of weird with them right back without being harsh or critical. Lastly, you can learn to speak your teen's language without becoming a teenager yourself. Teenagers actually think it's really weird when adults try to be the cool mom. Know what it is that your teen cares about. Know what movies they're watching, what music they're listening to, what social media apps they're preferencing right now. Know what identities they're exploring and trying on. And know that it might change from week to week, and that's okay. It's okay for them to try lots of different identities before they land on the one they want to choose. That's very, very normal. Ask good questions. Pay attention, be involved, show them you love them, no matter if they're in a phase where they want to paint their nails black and listen to Metallica, or they want to wear pink and, listen to throwback 90s pop music. Whatever they're in the mood for, be supportive. This can be really scary for us because often we see certain identities as correlated with social success, academic success, long-term success. But if you put too much pressure on them, they're actually going to rebel and do the opposite of what you want just to spite you, or they will choose what you want without thinking it through. And that can cause problems later on where they're, it's a much bigger problem to have an identity crisis in your 20s when you're supposed to be financially viable than it is to have an identity crisis in your teens. So give them the space to explore the identity for themselves while still surrounding them with support. You are a parent. It is okay to set boundaries. It is okay to insert your opinion. It is okay to hold limits, but you are going to go farther with them if you have a good relationship with them than if they're thinking that whatever choices they make are going to break the relationship between you. To wrap it all up, I want you to think about your relationship with your teen like you would a bank account. You want to be making lots of little small deposits on a regular basis to keep that account healthy, right? Asking your teen how their day was, remembering the names of their friends, asking them follow-up questions, showing up at the things that they care about. Big deposits are great, but big deposits are few and far between, right? It's the little deposits that really make a huge difference. You're going to have to make withdrawals sometimes. You're going to have to set boundaries. You're going to have to enact rules. You're going to have to insert an unpopular opinion on occasion. But the healthier that your bank account is, the less of a hit each of those withdrawals is, right? So the more that you think on a daily basis, how can I make this relationship healthy? How can I make sure my teen knows that I care about them, that I see them, that I support them? And the more that you're able to do that, the more that when you have to make those withdrawals, the relationship stays in a good place. Thanks for listening today. For more of my content, don't forget to click below to subscribe and to check out some of my other videos. I want to encourage you. There are a lot of therapists out there who focus on helping parents transition to parenting teenagers because it is a totally different ball game and it can be really hard. So don't hesitate as parents to feel like therapy can still be a support for you as you're figuring out this stage of parenting. Check out the links in my profile for resources in your area.